What's up, guys? Erebus here with some more Dark Souls 3 and another installment of Not In My Dungeon. Today, first of all, we've got a Thrall hat, which, as I've said before, always makes me nervous. And he's acting friendly, which makes me more nervous. Never trust a Thrall hat. But he looks like he's, in between having a good time and ready to fight. So, works out okay. He gets the first hit in, swinging around a lot. And luckily for me, I don't roll off the side, because that does happen on an occasion. Go for the backstab. Don't get it, but I do knock him down. Miss the plunge, unfortunately, but that magical will catch R2 gets him. And give him a nice wave, because nothing dishonorable about that. That was a good, fun, clean invasion. Now, there's not much in this game anymore that still triggers me. This clip is going to trigger me very hard. But it starts out like a lot of fun. Go for the poise trade with this guy who ends up not actually even being able to swing. Drop attack, he's out of the fight. So now it's just me and the host. He gets his nice R1 spam going. I stay locked on, so my rolls are kind of goofy. Should have gotten rid of the lock on there. But I use the R2 to drag him in and get him stuck in an R1. Now he's gliding all over the place, and there's why. Blue's on the way. So he knows that he just has to survive for a short period of time, and I know that it would be in my best interest to kill him quickly. So I'm going to throw some bombs. You see these maggoty fellows activating. It's going to become relevant. So he gets off a chain chug, only to be surprised by that guy, and then R1'd with the club again. So he's back in the danger zone where he was. Panic rolling for days, trying to heal. These guys get to him. I'm here. It's over, and he's realized that it's over. And then the freeze. God damn it. Salty as... So this one starts off a little confusing. I'm guessing that it's a trap. I think, in hindsight. Not really sure. But at any rate, none of the enemies are dead, so I come back to the bonfire, thinking I'm going to find a host chilling here. I don't. So because of the greatsword chap I'd run into, I think maybe up here. Oh, and there he is. And there's his friend. Alright. Maybe they haven't gotten the bonfire yet, so I'm going to back down and be a cool guy. Just because I'm thinking maybe he hasn't gotten the bonfire, so I'm going to let him light it. And here comes number 3. Now, of course, he's already lit the bonfire. They were just hiding back there for fun. And now it's time for some L1 wiggling. A lot of L1 wiggling. The host threw out a couple parries, so I start doing the parry thing, and we're all having fun. Then a black fire orb comes at me. I'm thinking, okay, so they're going to try to kill me at some point. I'm just not sure when. But I'm not going in that room. That room is small. There's not a lot of room to work with, which can be to my benefit with a weapon like this, but it's also to my detriment when it's me versus 3 dudes. So I'm not going in there. I am solidly waiting in this room, and there's nothing that they can do to bring me out. So I'm going to just take a seat here. To let them know that. And that makes this guy pretty angry. He does not like the sit down for whatever reason. So now it's on. The host has not arrived yet. He's still hanging out in the bonfire room, but I got the yellow and the white. Okay, and here comes the host. Now we have a proper 3v1. Sunbro's not concerned at all. He's going to throw down some prism stones. The host is going to use that Farron meme sword, L1. So I just go ahead and plow right through that. And now this enemy has come into the room, and I'm thinking that I need to use that to escape because my health is draining very quickly. And right there, I'm at, 4 HP. Managed to get away. And here comes the weapon art spam of the century. So Phantom goes for it. Oh look, the Sunbro has it too. Oh dear. And now this is going to turn into, essentially, them both doing that in staggered motions, so that even if I roll one, I'm not going to see the second one necessarily coming. So between getting R1'd and the stun on that weapon art that the Phantom in particular just will not stop doing, I'm done. I only have one Estus left. I'm low on health. I'm not playing that game. So they go back to where the Prism Stones are at. They want to just gank in there, and that's fine, but I'm not going to play their game. So I'm just going to hang out right here, and eventually they'll have to proceed through the level, and I'm just going to be a pain in the ass the entire way. Because as an invader, you have a lot more power than you think you do sometimes. And a lot of invasions have to do with a battle of wills rather than just the fights themselves. Had I followed them back into that room, there would have been no hope for me to do any good. I just would have run in, got ganked, died. But now that I've waited, I caused them to split up because the Sunbro messed up and he fell down. So I'm going to follow them here because I've got enemy backup. So I instantly get the drop attack on the White Phantom. White Phantom's dead. So now I'm already in a much better position than I was upstairs. And now the enemies are all here. They are going nuts. And now these guys are at a severe disadvantage. And the enemy's happy to get the host. I give him a nice point down for the ganking and the meme sword. Sunbro is very sad about that. But, yeah. You've just got to be in control when you're the invader. You have to set the pace and you have to set the tone. That's one of the only ways to combat some of the disadvantages that invaders have. So, yeah, like I said, had I gone into that room with that last group, I would have gotten ganked instantly. I mean, it had already happened multiple times, so there would have been no way out of that. But at any rate, this is kind of a funny one. So this was after a couple minutes of looking for these folks, I finally find them, and Sunbro's gesturing a lot, and that's fine. I get off the bridge because I don't want to get forced, thinking they're coming in here. They don't. They're dropping, which I thought was an odd choice. So I go ahead and just drop attack the host, and I kill him while he's healing. Sunbro gets really mad about that. I don't know what he expected. I really don't, but it is what it is. This clip is funny. So I get invaded again, and this time it's the opposite of the last invasion, where it was kind of a try-hard douche that, black crystalled out really quickly. This guy comes in, and I'm ready to 1v1 him, and I don't know what it is, if it's just the combination of buffing and using the blossoms, or if we'd run into each other before in a ganker's world or something, but he clearly recognizes that I'm a fellow invader, so he drops me some resins, which is very nice of him, and then he takes off. That's all. Invaders helping each other out. Good on him. So this clip is kind of a callback for me personally, just to a lot of the lower level invasions that I've done with people trying to use medium shields in PvP. I guess it's just a way for you to be able to tell that they're not PvPers, whether or not they're new to the game overall, they're definitely new to PvP, because guard breaking is so easy. Straight sword is my first choice for guard breaks with that great weapon art, but the club does so much stamina damage that, a medium shield cannot block against it. You just can't. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Ned is just a solo host, so I'm thinking he's going for the parry here, and he does. So I go for the two-hand so that he can't parry me, because I'm not sure how he's gonna do it. Seemed like it was just kind of a panic move to save him, so I gave him a couple mocking parries just for fun, and then the waggle to let him know that it's all in good fun. This invasion here is going to be another example of, just protect your host. Now they saw me spawn into one of the cells, or rather they saw me run out of the cell and come out here. So the host ran out to give me a call to come back to the bonfire room, which I'm not going to do. But that's what he wanted. Now, I had seen Summoning Phantom. I don't know how many he's got, so I'm going to chill right here and see what I'm dealing with. And turns out it's only 2. So I'm in a better position than I could be. But the second one is, or rather the Phantom is over-leveled. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. I don't know what his absorption and damage output's going to be. Host actually doing a good job there for a second of staggering his R1s and going for roll catches. So definitely not a total noob. Now just the infinite swings coming here. And one thing that I found interesting was the Phantom in that segment really just did not care about these jailers. He was just charging straight for me and then changed his mind. So now they're running back. They're probably, I'm going to guess, mic'd. They're probably talking to each other and have decided that they do not want to deal with me and the enemies at the same time for whatever reason. They were doing fine, but it is what it is. Now the host comes in with the Toxic Mist, thinking that I care about Toxic, which I don't. Particularly because as I was also invading in Profane Capital, I have a fat stack of the mosses just for that purpose. So I'm going to chase this Phantom. Host is over there Toxic Misting it up. Goes for the grab. Unfortunately, I was not able to kill the Phantom. He makes the mistake of dropping down. I can't actually drop attack him because I get knocked off by the seething chaos. Host is trying to chase me down with the Black Serpent, which doesn't work for him. Also misses the backstab. So now I'm in a much better position because they cannot get away from the enemies down here. So that puts me at more of an advantage. Here comes the Toxic again. Still don't care. Although it is going to cause me to back down and use one of my clumps. So it does give them a minute of freedom, which unfortunately they triggered this guy, which the Phantom is very keen on killing. That guy is the priority over me. And the host just walks right in without health. So that's the end of that. And I point down at the host. I probably shouldn't have, but I wanted to. And then the Phantom stands me to death for recompense, I suppose. Now in this invasion, there's a little bit of looking around at the beginning. I'm just checking things out. I'm seeing the shortcuts not open. This jailer's patrolling, still very much alive. This jailer's very much alive. This jailer is not. So, I'm thinking perhaps, and now they're reacting to something. So I'm thinking perhaps the crew has gone downstairs since the jailbreak window is not open. So I come on downstairs and I see that these enemies are alive, though they're slightly out of their spawn points. So it seems like running through occurred, but I'm just not getting the feeling that they completely ran through. So I'm thinking they were going through the level, saw the invasion message, and backed down. And what do you know? Here they are, with some nice prism stones to lead the way. Another person with a torch, waggling it around. So yet another overleveled Phantom. Most Phantoms are. He gets the, I presume, unlocked backstab. I don't know how else you would get it that quickly. Although the R2 is fairly lengthy, so it might give people time for that. There's also a bit of lag. As you saw there, the host hit me with lightning before actually throwing it. And they've already expressed their unwillingness to leave this room. So I know that I'm either going to have to wait for a very long time if I want to leave, or I have to fight them here. Now, I'm not that concerned about fighting them here for the most part, because I'm not real worried. The host is more of an irritation than a challenge, and the Phantom, as long as I don't lock on and use, heavy attacks, I think I'm going to be okay. I just mainly what I need to watch out for are those backstabs. Though the lag is also frightening me a little bit here, because I don't know where the next hit's going to come from, and that's concerning. But I end up getting the Phantom. Host is just chucking bombs for days. Bombs all day. I don't even know what he's trying to do at this point. But now it's just me and him. So at this point, I already know the battle's over. It's just going to take a minute to end. Nothing against this guy at all, but he's just already proven while I was fighting the Phantom that he was not going to be a particular challenge. So end up catching him a few times, get that beautiful R2 roll catch, and that's the end of that. Give him the point down because of those bombs. Don't chuck bombs infinitely. Son of a bitch. Lastly today we have another squad. Now I think at first that it's 3 of them. It's actually only 2. It's the Host and a Phantom. Host instantly uses the Seed of the Giant Tree on me, which I think is just hilarious. I'm not worried at all, but I do think it's funny. So I give them a little applaud. Nice job. Now you have a jailer to deal with as well. Now the jailer starts kind of losing interest, so I go back to Fetcher. Again, starts losing interest, so I bump her. Like, hey, come on, this way. Apparently they're not great at chasing you down. Except on that bottom floor where there's like 15 of them. So Phantom blocks my entrance into the room. So what I was trying to do, of course, is dragging the jailer into the room. And I'm also keeping a very strong eye on that Seed of the Giant Tree for when it runs out. And it's now run out, so now it is me and the jailer versus these 2. Now the Phantom is over-leveled and very quickly dispatches with the jailer. Oh no, she's not quite dead yet. Well, bowls her over well enough and takes her out pretty quickly. So at first I want to keep this guy in the corner, but now I'm getting L1'd with the Farron Meme Sword and got the Ring Paired Swords going on top of that, so the whole cornering thing didn't work out. Now the Phantom has backed down, and this Host is just L1'ing for days. Take a vestige in the back there. Only going to happen once. Come around the corner. I'm assuming they're not going to follow me. Come out so I can get a chug. And they do not follow. Now, I've started one-handing my club because I've seen the constant L1 spam, and now I want to punish it. So I'm not going to get the chance right away. Phantom's coming in with the Frida's Scythe. This is another weapon that I like to see, so I go back to two-handing. I know that weapon art's coming, and I know I can swing through it. So right there only does one hit, but this time decides to go for multiple, and I'm just going to swing right through. I don't get to kill the Phantom on that one, unfortunately. Survives with a pip of health. But then I see Mr. L1 is back, so I go ahead and parry, riposte, and it's over. Which the Phantom is not very happy about. So I tried to go for the applause here, and he's just chucking fire at me all day. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed.